Hi, this is the Hotbox, telling you that this video might have some sensitive stuff in it, so take a second if you need to and go check out something else. Otherwise, please enjoy the show. I love music. Music has been an excellent source of therapy for me throughout the years. I've had the privilege of going to lots of shows, and as such, I've had a taste of both sides of concert etiquette. There are a lot of things that can mess up a show. Sometimes it's the fans, because why are you starting fights at Barricade for Pierce the Veil? But sometimes it's the organizers when they set up the festival with more regard for money than mosh pits. I don't have unrealistic expectations for live shows, at least I don't think, but myself and a lot of other people expect safety and a certain amount of not having to walk 2 hours to get back to where we parked while starving. But that's what happened to attendees last week at Blue Ridge Rock Festival. We've covered festival disasters before, such as Travis Scott's Astroworld. As such, I've been taking my time to let the full scope of these events unravel so that I can properly convey the size of the impact this had on people. Because it seems that Blue Ridge failed time and time again to properly take its attendees into consideration. From band mistreatment to now multiple sanitary violations, this festival had it all, and we're going to unpack it. So buckle up, because today we're looking at the failure of Blue Ridge Rock Festival. Let's get right into it. Welcome back to the channel, new and returning, young and old, fans, haters, and everyone in between. If you're new here, why not subscribe? It's quick, it's easy, it just takes a second, and you can always undo it, but it really does help out the channel a lot, so thank you. So what is Blue Ridge? Well, if we go to their website, which looks like it took a class straight out of the Liver King School of Graphic Design,
Primals,
we'll see that Blue Ridge is billed as the ultimate rock and metal weekend, the festival created by the fans. Which is ironic, since it seems they're trying really hard to make sure they uncreate those fans by making them die on a Virginia racetrack, crushed beneath Budweiser and Sprite cans, and yes, that is an actual picture from the venue.
why are we still here? Just to suffer.
But a rock and metal festival is cool. I like those. I'm sad they didn't ask Baksune Miku to attend, but I get it, she's busy with that whole Europe tour. The festival, to its credit, had a promising lineup. If it had gone better, this would have been a great way for all of these bands' communities to come together in one big place and enjoy one another's music. But if that happened, I wouldn't be here leaving a mean comment for Jonathan Sly on this news interview that he did.
I really wanted to make sure that I could connect with all the different departments.
Yeah, that's the guy that organized all of this. But I really shouldn't do that. It's funny, but I shouldn't do that. I should just tell you about all the shit that this living Birkenstock did to these kids. So let's see.
The head of the Blue Ridge Rock and Country Festival is speaking out in his first TV interview.
Today, Pennsylvania county leaders also announced that they're owed more than $300,000 for both events.
We had been in consistent communication with the county, and information was together.
He provided documentation to 10 News attempting to finalize plans. The county's letter also says the company was past due on paying the meals tax for their previous rock and worship festivals.
Oh, my bad. This video is actually from 2 years ago. Looks like he's always had a problem with communicating and paying taxes, apparently. And that's just rude, because I have problems paying taxes too. But I never crushed a band manager's leg over it. From the PRP News, tour manager who worked 2023 Blue Ridge Rock Festival calls it an utter show, reports of festival staff strike emerge. Yeah, so according to one of the managers for the bands, who goes by Tank, we'll talk more about him later, apparently there was a flatbed truck provided, but with no straps to secure the gear for the drive. So his band's crew had to ride on the truck to secure the gear manually for 1.5 miles, which led to one of the unsecured carts smashing the production manager's leg and giving one of the stagehands a close call. Now more about Tank, because he's a very important inside source. He's the tour manager working for the band Electric Callboy, and he posted a YouTube video and some Discord messages describing his experience. I'm gonna give you some of the highlights. From his Discord, he says Blue Ridge was an absolute shitfest even on our end. No joke, worst show I've been a part of in almost 20 years of touring. I told the promoter straight to his face that it was the most unprofessional, unorganized, unsafe pile of shit festival I've ever seen in my life. 7 oofs. He goes on to say, there was 1 forklift and 1 flatbed for every band in stage for loading. Trust me, backstage wasn't any better than the crowd. Our load-in was 6 hours, load-out was 5. No stagehands, no water, barely any food, AC didn't work in dressing rooms, production crew had no idea what was going on. He also goes on to say catering for lunch was pretty much non-existent at all. I was told that because of the storm the night before that catering was all unorganized, and they didn't really know what was going on. There was barely any water backstage, there was no hospitality in the dressing rooms, and I know that sounds like a diva thing, but these are the things that are advanced. By which he means these are things that the festival venue gets an advance notice of, so that the band can expect them on arrival. Tank also says, what I started realizing in that moment was that every single fucking thing that I advanced with that festival never got relayed to anybody. So I realized that the staff at the festival was basically flying blind. The stage manager had no advances on anything. The stagehands that were there, which was not many of them, nobody knew what was going on. And if you feel bad for Tank and fans of the band like I do, then you might be happy to know that according to Tank, Electric Callboy's performance was great and that the audience responded really well. And the air conditioning in their dressing room was working after their set. Tank really concludes with the sentiment that I think we're all feeling here. Quote, people need to be held accountable in this business. I'm so fucking tired of things happening where nobody has any accountability. The fans were treated horribly, the crews were treated horribly, the staff, the bands, nobody should have to experience this ever. If nothing else, I just want people to be aware. I definitely recommend checking out the full video. I'll leave a link to that and this article in the description below. Much like Tank, people were sharing their accounts all over Twitter and social media. Like this one, Blue Ridge Rock is an absolute fucking joke. 90+ degree weather, 2 hydration stations, only 1 is GA, the other is VIP. Price gouging, a bottle of water is $4. Campers waited over 12 hours to get into the festival grounds. There's only a handful of porta potties, shuttle bus lines are ridiculous. Oh, and not enough security either, so you can have fun getting robbed by some guy with snake bites.
Still reverberates!
They're right about the price gouging though, some of these are ridiculous. $12 for a slice of pizza, $21 for spaghetti with meatballs. Oh, do you have a gluten allergy? I hope you have $25. $20 chicken, $18 vegetable platter, and it just goes on and on. This is another account from a staff member. This is from a lighting tech. They say, glad it's coming to an end. We have no labor help anymore from the hands striking due to poor accommodations. We only got to run 1 successful day of show, and now about 15 of us are heading in to break down all production on both main stages by ourselves. This is what happens when the stagehands, the backbone of all music festivals, are treated like the lowest of the totem pole when they are one of the most necessary components of a successful event. To my stagehand friends who are striking, y'all did it. I'm so proud of y'all. I don't know how many of you have been to concerts and especially bigger festivals, but those big main stage displays, all of that equipment is no joke. So I'm imagining 15 people trying to do that on their own, and it sounds like a nightmare. So after they were done letting these kids get tropical stormed, Blue Ridge canceled the final days of the festival, citing concerns over the weather even though the skies were clear and the storm had passed. Hey, but you know what is out there? Waterborne bacteria. Anyone that feels any nausea or having stomach issues, I just tested positive for Giardia. However you say it, it's a waterborne bacteria that makes you shit your brains out. Apparently it's pretty rare, less than 200,000 cases a year. So it would take a pretty bad fuck up to make more cases, huh? Oh! Blue Ridge Rock Festival violated numerous health standards, VDH says, and the VDH stands for the Virginia Department of Health, aka the guys you call when you poison a bunch of people with Shinedown tattoos.
Details about the canceled Blue Ridge Rock Fest from this past weekend. The Virginia Department of Health found numerous violations regarding the sanitary conditions from that festival. VDH is still in the process of documenting all the violations. However, those violations did not cause the festival to be shut down, and VDH confirmed their agency did not cancel the festival.
Festival goers said porta potties were so full people were pooping on the ground, showers and porta potties were messed up, and trash cans were overflowing. And the VDH did confirm numerous violations were found at the festival, but they emphasized that they had nothing to do with shutting down Blue Ridge Rock Festival. The violations were not not the cause for the shutdown. Actually, apart from that Instagram post, they're not really saying anything about the shutdown. If anything, they're trying to censor it and keep it quiet. Oh, and no word on refunds, by the way. So I guess if you wanted your money back, you can go fuck yourself? On the other hand, you could enjoy this complimentary show from Baksune Miku, fresh off her Berlin leg of the tour.
Cause every time we touch, I get this feeling. And every time we kiss, I swear I can fly.
And that's everything I have for you today. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and share the video around. Spread the word. Whenever you're watching this, I hope you have a good rest of your day and an even better tomorrow. And I'll see you in the next episode of whatever I make. And until next time, this has been the Hot Box. Bye! Oh, hey, 2024 tickets are on pre-sale. Time to go over and grab some of those and... Oh, fuck, I have rubella!